I decided I wanted to go live today, an impromptu live. Literally, I was just putting on my makeup and I was like, you know what? I'm not filming today. I just want to go live. So that's what I'm doing. hmm I already put on my foundation, concealer, powder, blush, and now I'm going to do my eyeshadow. And I just want to check in and see what you dolls were up to. It is Monday. I already started my day and I was just like, you know what? I just want to like be pretty and put on makeup. I'm putting on my earrings now, my pearl earrings. But yeah, I just want to do like an impromptu live. I know a couple of you all who are like, I missed it again. I know, I didn't plan this one out. I was just like, I just want to get ready, put on makeup, and have some fun. What has everyone been up to? Do we have any special plans? Because Thanksgiving is this weekend. It is this weekend. Hi, Mona Lisa. Welcome in. Are you dolls cooking? Are you baking something? Hi, over the top wine. Hi, Deanna. Yes, I had a successful morning. Some homemaking. No, I'm not hosting for Thanksgiving. I have a lot of family here in Georgia, so we are going over grandma's house, like everyone's house, my aunt's house. I'm pretty sure we'll go to their houses. They live about an hour away. Hi, Gail. So we'll be doing that for Thanksgiving. I am going to be baking. I'm going to be making red velvet cake, and I'm sure they are already making red velvet cake, but I'm going to make my own. They usually, well, I don't know who did it the year before, but someone puts nuts like on the icing of red velvet cake, and so I wasn't able to eat it because I'm like, what? Hi, Yasmin's. Oh, I'm so happy that you were able to join. Yes, that is true. Since, different countries, different time zones, bundt cake. Let me see. Live chat. There we go. Okay, now I can see all of your messages. Let's see. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Mini bundt cakes. Ooh, different flavors. That sounds really, really nice. Welcome in. Oh, that's so sweet. I remember doing Thanksgiving with my mom. I'm not going to be spending this Thanksgiving with her, but I remember how much fun that was for us. Hi, Nelia. Nelia? I hope that you feel better, doll. The other way? What do you mean? Is it facing me? It's facing me, right? Or do you mean horizontally? Because I'm actually doing it this way. How is it this way, dolls? Because I'm about to put on makeup. That's why I decided to do it this way. Yeah, definitely get better. I hope everyone's been having a good morning. It's Monday. It's the holiday season. So that's so exciting. Hi, Naomi. Always good to see you. Yes, so I'll be making the red velvet cake, which I'm kind of nervous about. Well, last year. Oh, and landscape, portrait and landscape. Okay, I'm gonna keep it here in this one though, doll. Okay, next one I'll do landscape. 1 a.m. here. Why are you up so late? I'm a night owl. I'm definitely a night owl, so I understand. I don't know, which color should I do? Ignore my lip color. I just wanted to put this on. Aw, that's great. That's so sweet, Naomi. But let me try to clean off my palette just a little bit. Which one should I do, dolls? Like, which color story? This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Instant Eye in a Palette. So this is the Day Trio. And this one is the Desk Trio. This is the Date Trio, and this is the Dream Trio. So basically it's like you're able to, like, this is like your everyday eyeshadow. This is for you if you're going to work. This is for you for like a date night, these three, and then these three is like a dreamy look. So I think I usually just mix and match, but I love this palette. I haven't used it in a while. That's why I'm using it now. Yeah, very pretty. I got it last year during Black Friday, so I got 2 for 1. The Desk, this one. Yeah, Yasmin's. Yeah, usually I'll combine like the day with the date. I'm going to do hi melaninated princess. I'm going to do a blog post on it because I've been getting a lot of comments. Hi Karen, thank you so much. You're so sweet. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do these two. Yeah, I think I'm going to do these two. Yeah, I'll definitely do one because I've been getting a lot of comments and I'm like, okay. I also have this one. This is my Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. Okay, so this blush here, I'm actually going to be doing a makeup video, like a quick makeup video. Probably this week I'll be posting it, but it is my Westman Atelier cream blush. I also have a little bit here in my eyeshadow, just because I applied it on the back of my hand and then I had leftover and I just applied it on top of my lids. This is in the shade Popette. So it's a cream blush. And then you could apply it like this or put it on the back of your hand and apply it with your fingers or with a blush, with a brush. I just got this like a week or two ago or however long ago, I don't remember. But that's one of my final makeup purchases for this year, dolls. Really, because I'm not going to, I have so much makeup now and I'm happy with it to where I'm like, okay, enjoy what you have. Thank you. Yeah, see, I was going to record one for my vlog and then I was like, you know what, let me just go live because I love chatting with you dolls. And then since I'm doing that upcoming makeup video, I was like, yeah, I'll just do this. I actually put a video up on the truth about being a Black housewife. Sorry if my camera is shaking a little bit, dolls. I'm trying to read your comments. Yeah, I actually did a video on that like last month. So I talk about like how to deal with criticism from others if you want to view that, because I really do go into depth about it. I'm going to go and I never wear orange. I feel like people would say orange will look so good on you, but I never wear it. From India. Oh my goodness. Hello from Atlanta. I'm gonna put this in my creases actually. I'm gonna tap off the excess because I really don't like too bold of eyeshadow. I'm gonna put that right here on the edge. Yeah, I think it's okay if I do an orange look since Thanksgiving's coming up and it's like fall colors. Oh, so nice. I don't really like super bold eyeshadow because I don't want it to really distract from the rest of my face confidence. Oh, I'm so happy that we have this little community too. Yeah, definitely. I've never visited, but my husband grew up watching a lot of Bollywood movies, so I love your architecture there, and I would love to visit one day. Like I love how a lot of the homes, well, at least that I see inside of the movies, it's like you have like this huge open courtyard and then families live all in one space, and my husband loves that too. I know, it's so amazing, isn't it? There's like multiple of us all around. You can't escape us, any country that you visit. There's a doll somewhere. I'm just gonna buff that out. And then I'm gonna take kind of like a semi-clean brush, like this, semi-clean, using that right there to get off any excess. And I'm just gonna blend that out towards the edges. I haven't done eyeshadow in a while. I haven't been wearing makeup a lot, dolls, because my skin has been acting up. And I know why. I, like, back in May, I got these hair pills, right? What is it? I forgot the name of it, but it's at Sephora and Atlanta. I'm here in Atlanta too. And it's gummies, right? And I did it for almost a month and then it started to break me out. So I never finished the bottle, and my mom always like makes jokes at me because she's like, Ebony, you're always messing with your skin, because if I use something new, then my skin will react to it, especially if it's multiple new things. So I'm just blending this out, dolls, just to make sure it's nice and diffused. I hate harsh lines for eyeshadow. It looks horrible. So it's like super diffused now, which is fine. But yeah, and it was breaking me out. And so then I seen it in my bathroom cabinet and I was like, I haven't used these and I have like 10 of them left. So I started taking them again. I started taking them again because I just wanted to finish it, you know, because you can't, well, I don't really have anyone to give it to here, and then you can't return it. So I was like, okay, I'll just continue using it, and it broke me out again. Paying the price. Yeah. Dolls, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I've only had like a little bit of breakfast and coffee. Let me see what you dolls are talking about. From Kenya. Oh, that's so nice. Oh. What shade should I use on the lids? I think I'm gonna use this pink shade because I love pink. I've noticed that these lighter shades actually do look good on me. Sometimes I feel like I put myself in a box to where I'm like, oh, I can't do this because it'll look too light or it'll look too dark. And it's like, no, it actually doesn't. Here it is. Let me use my Rephr brush. This is like a natural hair brush. I'm going to do a video on it, but I've actually talked about it in my what was it, my 1-year anniversary tea party from like last year. I talked about it and I showed the products there, but I think it's because it's not a dedicated video that people don't really watch it to where I already shared it. So I'm going to do another post on it, doll. And I need to go to the salon by the end of this year because I need to. Should I wear eye primer? Let's see how it does without it. I think I should though, because my eyelids get pretty oily to where the eyeshadow will fade. So it's like a blessing and a curse. So that means whenever I'm older, I don't have to really worry about too much like wrinkles and crow feet. Let me know if you know what that means when you go like that. Where's my eyeshadow primer? But it's like that's the one color that's missing from my little makeup case, makeup kit. But I do have a really pretty purple. Let's see if this one's the one. Open, please. Nope, wrong one. I keep all of my makeup in here, as you guys can see. Yeah, I agree, Naomi. I have this one here, and this is such a pretty purple, isn't it? It would actually match my robe. I may put a little bit of this on, just a little bit. But this purple is so pretty. Let me swatch it for you. This is a Pat McGrath quad. It is so pretty, and the funny thing is, even though it's glittery, it's still pretty for every day against my skin tone complexion. I actually don't think I'm going to wear this compared to the blush. The blush in this one has a different undertone. Yeah, this is like my second PML quad, and I love it so much. Yeah, it's so pretty. It's so glittery, and it's such a sophisticated glitter, which I really do like. That's how it looks if it's just sheer. Yeah, pretty purple, right? The one, and that's one of my favorite shades about. Okay. I'm sorry. She annoys me. Like, why does she always have to call me? Kidding. But no, it's like, leave me alone. I'm going live. If she had my post notifications on, she would see that and not call me. I'm going live. Don't call me. Me and her are kind of mean to each other sometimes, but we always kid around with it. Don't call me. Or else. Oh, she always wants to call me when it's inconvenient for me. She's a busybody now, so she will literally, like, I'll try calling her and she'll answer and pick up and talk to me for like minutes, and then she's like, oh, I have to go. I'm like, oh my gosh, well, I'm happy you have a life now. I'm kidding, I'm being mean. Oh, I forgot I was gonna put on my eyeshadow primer. Where did I put it? Did I even take it out? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, she's my best friend. All of my siblings are my best friends. I have younger siblings and she's my older sister, and we're BFFs. I wonder if she read my message. Yeah, she had just she had just read it. I just texted her. Oh, she's like, well, dang, Ebony, I'm sorry. She'll say that once I call her back. I actually had two Juvia's Place palettes, and I have one of their highlighters, and I really liked it. I had the Warrior palette, the one that they came out with like 3 years ago, and then I had the Masquerade palette, but I literally never wore those bright colors. I think I made two pretty eye looks with it. It was when I was first getting into makeup, but that's when I realized I really don't like super bright colors on me because it could be quite distracting, you know. Sometimes less is more, but they do have pretty neutral colors. Like the Warrior palette is really pretty neutral. Putting on this eyeshadow primer so my stuff can last. I usually don't apply eyeshadow ever so often, so that's why I wanted to do it today, because I was like, I haven't done it in a while. Thank you. Live chat. Yeah, they are very pretty and pigmented. I also have a highlighter from them, and I bought it because I was like, she looks just like me. Oh, okay. Annoying but sweet. That's so funny. I find making friends who have similar feminine goals to be a bit tough to find. Many modern women are career focused. Yeah, I think that's also the thing. It's like you're kind of like conditioned to be like all about the career for us women, because it's like people are trying to be the opposite of what it was. And sometimes that's how I feel like people are, especially like teens. They're like, let's do the opposite of what our parents do. And sometimes it's like, well, not what makes it so bad about what your parents did, right? Like take everything with a grain of salt, of course, you know, like your parents aren't perfect, but there's some things that they continue to do and teach you for a reason, you know, and it's their job as a parents to try to guide you down the right path. So that's how I feel about it, because sometimes I was like, oh, I don't want to do this because, you know, oh, it's so traditional, like whenever I was a teenager. But it's like traditions are actually really good, you know. There's a reason why there's importance and history behind it. And, you know, just like whenever people are like, oh, let's not be this way or this way, you know, let's get rid of this. It's like, but whenever, especially whenever it comes to like marriage and this and that, you know, it's like waiting until you're married, or you know, waiting until you're married for those certain things that usually teenagers like to do in high school, and then also waiting until you're married to like move in with each other, or to do this, or to do that. It's there for a reason, you know. And it's like sometimes you have to just follow it, like be open, which is kind of funny because I feel like our generation, sometimes we're like, oh, you have to be open. Don't be so quick to judge. And it's like, well, are you open about the things that were already here? Are you open about morals and traditions and trying to understand it? Or are you just open about things that are completely different than that? So it's like, you know, how open are you really? How woke are you really? Deep talk. I like using this Refer brush, especially because it's really hard to put on eyeshadow with lashes. Let me see what you dolls are saying. I'm so happy that you're able to catch this live, Linda. Yeah, I'll try to go live like in the evenings and also in the morning slash afternoon, just to catch everyone, because I know a couple of you can't join it in the evenings because you're sleeping. You're in a different country. You have a master's and people love to judge you when you say that you're a homemaker or a feminine housewife. Yeah, it's like, well, what's really important? Is it just so important to say like you have a career just to say it? Yeah, you know, because you're supposed to be different, a part of that generation. Yeesh, I wish that it would keep all of the messages here so I could read it. Are both business owners. I never got a chance to have some quality one-on-one time with them, but I love them. I kind of want the opposite of what they have. I have a couple. And that's mainly because I moved here to Atlanta and I didn't have any friends here. The only thing that I had is really family members, and I don't really have a lot of family members who are homemakers, and my family lives about an hour out from me. But I do have friends based off of my husband's friends, and you know, a couple of them are moms, married early, well, not early really, but married like out right out of high school, got married, maybe they had like a baby or something like that, or maybe they're just married like me and they're housewives, and some of them are kind of like college students, so they're not working, you know, but they do have they do their wife duties at home. Yeah. But I think that it's good to kind of like have that community of people who do something similar to you. Like my sister isn't a housewife, you know, but I still appreciate her insight and her company. But you know, it's also great. That's why I really love having you dolls here, because it's like I can chat with you about it and get to your insight and connect with you, because it does make a difference. So that was this shade right here. Next, I'm going to take this brown shade just to kind of like deepen it towards the end to make it pop a bit more. And also these colors do pull a bit warm. Yeah, no, you don't have to. It's funny because your mom is more modern, or is your siblings. You're the old-fashioned one, yeah. That's how I am too. No, I don't think so. See, I don't think so. You don't actually have to be rich in order to be a housewife. You do have to have financial stability, but you don't have to be rich. You know, if you look up on Instagram, I have a couple of friends on there, online friends who are homemakers, and they're not stinking rich, but they take care of their family because that's what's most important to them. They're housewives and they love it, and they have very beautiful lives. So, you know, that's like a stigma. That's actually what I talked about in that video. The truth about being a black homemaker, being a black housewife is like, oh, it's only okay for you to be a housewife if your husband is stinking rich. Then it's like, okay, now it's socially acceptable for you to be a housewife. That's the only way it's okay for you to be a housewife, is if your husband is like stinking rich, you know, and he's like Elon Musk. And then it's like, okay, yeah, be a housewife then. And it's just kind of like, you know, well, what about the ones who want to like, you know, take care of their children, take care of their family, their homes without that? Plus, I noticed like in church, especially where I used to live, there were a lot of housewives and homemakers there, like moms who were just stay-at-home moms. The thing is, like, you have to talk about budget with your husband. You have to have you have to talk about budget with him. So bigger purchases, it's like you want to talk to him about it. You want to make sure that you are both okay financially. Sometimes people talk every month about it. Throughout the month, they may go over finances, but that's really up to you and your husband. People's marriage are different. Me and my old high school friend were actually talking about this. He's ready to propose. He's ready to propose and to get married and everything like that. And we were talking about finances and money. And, you know, it's like, for some things, you know, if you want to buy a Chanel bag, maybe you should ask your husband about it. But then again, there's also situations to where it's like, yeah, you and your husband can discuss, okay, like a weekly or a monthly allowance, like how much would you need, not only for like your own personal things, but also for like groceries, cleaning tools, cleaning soap supplies. How much do you need to get your hair done every month? How much do you need to like buy makeup or things that you would like? How much do you need to get your nails done? And then it can be to where it's like a situation to where it's like, okay, at the first of the month, your husband gives you your amount and you just work with it, right? Or if you're like, oh, I want to go here, I want to go. So that's what kind of like what I do. Yeah. So that's how you determine it. Because I do like nails, hair, this and that, you know. There's sometimes to where I'll go out with my sister like recently, and then I'm like, oh, like my husband will um like sporadically give me money so he could pay for me and my sister's meal whenever we go out like that, because it's like some couples share a bank account, some couples have their shared bank account, and then they both have separate accounts. So it just all depends. I will say that like my husband is really into investing, so I do get like a certain amount every month into where I can just access it without, asking him for anything. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to do this. And then he'll just go ahead and give it to me. So that's just basically how you do it. It's something that you and your husband want to discuss, whether you're a housewife or not, because I don't believe like, oh, suddenly if I'm working and I'm making money, like, oh, I can just buy whatever I want with my money, right? But my husband's money is like our money, to where it's like, oh, well, bills, everything, you know what I mean? It's like you want to be able to sit down and have that talk. And if, you are married and you are working and you both decide on that, then it's like, um, yeah, I'm definitely going to. That's actually on my list. So I'll have it out probably sometime next month, because this month is almost over and I already have some planned videos, but I will be doing a video like that because I have been seeing your comments, of course. So yeah, I'll definitely do that for you, doll. And I think it'll be a fun one too. Yeah, I'm happy that it is. That's why I like chatting with you, dolls, because it's pretty fun to like get into these fun things. You should, it's like, I love eyeshadow, but with lashes, it's like you have to get, you know? I'm like trying to see through it with here. I've been, but yeah, I hope that helps, because I know like some people are like, oh, well, it's not your money, so you can't do anything like it. To me, it's like if your husband is providing for you, he has the mindset that he wants to take care of you. So it's like you shouldn't be. I feel like people kind of instill fear into you, like, oh, well, then you can't buy anything that you want and this and that. But it's like, yeah, you actually do have to budget. And if, your husband wants to take care of you by keeping you as like a housewife, then he will most likely try to make sure that you have your own fun money. Right. Hi, Gwen. And Sifwi. I hope I said that correctly, doll. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's a good question. Do you recommend allowances while dating if you plan on getting married? I, yeesh, that's a thinker. That's a really good question. I would say there's only certain situations, right? For me, I wouldn't be super comfortable with that, right? To where it's like, okay, I need my allowance from my boyfriend. I think it's sweet if he wants to, then it's like, well, okay, why not? Yeah, you know what I mean? But personally, for me, it's like, I know like whenever certain couples date, like their boyfriend will give their money, like, a couple times out of the week, a couple times out of the month, you know? If you feel comfortable talking to him about that, then go ahead and do it. And if he's okay with that. But I feel like some couples, they're just like, oh, like some men just like doing that, to where they like give you money, and it's not like kind of like on a formality, but it's just like because they want to. Or like they'll just give you money to like get your hair done or something like that, or throughout the week. Or there's some boyfriends who always pay rent and stuff like that for you. So if that works for you, if that's something that you are comfortable about talking about, okay, then it's like, talk about it, figure it out. But some couples do that and they don't plan on getting married, or they're just like, doing their own thing, you know what I mean? Or they're like not engaged yet. That's a good question though. It's a very interesting question too. I haven't gotten a question like that. Spewy. South African. Do you watch Cynthia Gwebu? She's from South Africa and I love her content. An older lady you found on YouTube said that you should go to the grocery store on Thursdays and Fridays if you want to meet men. I went there one day, there were a lot of men there. You can see what they eat. That's so funny. You love Cynthia? Yeah. I watch her vlogs, girl. I've been watching her vlogs for a long time. Like, I'll just watch all of her old ones, her makeup videos. I just love her content. Like, I like her. She's very cute. She actually reminds me of my aunt, which is kind of funny, but yeah, I like her. I don't know, dolls. Let me make sure like this crease is like even all the way through. Let me blend it so it's less work for me because this is supposed to be like an everyday eye and I don't like taking a long time on everyday eyes. Like so. It's like the sun is kind of going down a little bit. It's funny weather over here. How would you raise your daughter? You know, I would make sure, you know, me and my husband are Christian, so I would, that would be my main way of raising her. In a Christian household, upholding Christian beliefs, the same way that my mom raised me. And then of course my husband would, you know, my husband has his own way and stuff like that, and he's Christian and he's African. Cynthia Gwebu, Gwebu. Yeah, I'm a big fan of hers. She's from South Africa and she's like a beauty blogger. She's a beauty blogger and she'll do like some lifestyle stuff. So I really do enjoy her vlogs. Nice casual things to play while I'm like doing housework and everything like that. Should we keep this lip color? Should we switch it to, I like it because it's a bit more natural. I'm wearing this one, the Charlotte Tilbury one. Of course, Nardia. Such a pretty name. Now, I am not a slob, but this here, it's white and it gets like all over here. That's like one of the critiques that I heard about this one. So I think I'm gonna keep that one. This one is the Jill Stewart. No, I don't think I want to do brighter pink. I put it on though. But yeah, so I would just raise her that way. You know, I would raise her to be feminine. Oh, I cannot wait. Ballet. I'll probably put her in like ballet, Girl Scouts. Definitely raise her in the church. Let me think. Anything else that she really wants to do? Pageants. Pageants are like so, you know, I don't know if I would actually do her in pageants, you know, as like a young girl. But I just want her to enjoy her time. Dolls, decorate her room, the nursery, all of that fun stuff. Did you ever fear getting married? I'm dealing with an internal battle about getting married and the fear surrounding it. Well, I think it's important to conquer what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of divorce? Or are you afraid of being in a bad situation? That's where I think like how you can work through it and what's leading you to feel that way. Ballet. She's definitely doing ballet, whether she likes it or not. No, I'm kidding. Dance Moms. I never actually watched that show because I was like, this show looks ridiculous. But what was your just question that I just did? Yeah, so I would say try to conquer what scares you. Usually people who are afraid of marriage, they're usually afraid of either commitment or divorce. If it's divorce, it's usually based off of past family members, failed marriages. Like I have friends, like friends from high school who was like, I'm afraid of marriage. I don't want to get married because everyone in their family has divorced. So I think you should pinpoint that and start from there. I haven't really had a fear of getting married or anything like that. I knew it's always something that I wanted to do, especially, but you know, I think like everyone always like has a little bit of, you know, oh, I want things to work out and everything like that. So I say pinpoint where the fear of marriage is coming from. Dolls. Oh, I'm so happy that my videos are up to you, Nardia. There's actually, I haven't been to one. Have I? I think I've been to like smaller community ones, but they actually, hey, Nick. Dominica. But they're actually doing a lot of performances this month, and I really do want to catch one. I know, I'm like, let's be real here. Let's be real here, okay? Like, do you really think, I know it's like a long shot for you, but it's like, should have thought a little bit longer about it, but before coming up to me. No, I'm kidding. Halfway kidding. That's like a joke that I usually say. I'm like, oh, I'm kidding, halfway telling the truth. Right. Yeah, I decided that like my first year of marriage, and like my family was like freaking out because I really like my style before marriage. It's like in between high school, right? High school, I was like super preppy. Yes, I was actually planning on doing that Amani because I think that'd be so much fun. But yeah, I was like super preppy, and then outside of high school, I started to get into more like chic clothing and kind of like not really streetwear because I've never really been into streetwear. I would still have like that feminine style, but imagine this, right? Yeezy season 1, Kanye. That's what I loved. I loved leggings. I still love like mock neck tops, but I wore leggings, like my thigh high boots that was in my last fashion video. I wore those leggings, like a mock neck top, which was also in my fashion video, but like navy. And I just loved that look. I love that look because I was a really big Kanye fan. Like I was a Kanye fan in high school, and so once he dropped like his first clothing line, I was like so inspired by it, and I was like designing my own line to where I made like my Afro Caribbean swimsuit and everything like that. So I did that for a while, and I also just love like skirts and crop tops and everything like that, but I forgot the question because I was talking. Okay, but yeah, so that was my style before that, right? And then once I started to get a little bit more in tune with my faith, and then a little bit after that, I met my husband and everything like that. So that was my style. Oh, and then I also love like super Barbie. Like I love like the Barbie look, like pink. I love fur, like all of that cutesy type of stuff too. Like I really like that, like pleated skirts. I still love pleated skirts, but it was like more pink and a bit more whimsical. And so then once I got married my first year, then I realized, I was like, I don't want to wear pants anymore. I don't want to wear shorts anymore. And then especially being here in Atlanta, there's like so many men here, and like they always approach you, and they're like sometimes just like, oh, it's like, oh my gosh. I'm happy that we get to wear masks now, so it's like people can't look at me all the time. But yeah, so then I was like, I don't want to wear pants anymore. And my family is like, well, a couple of them, they're like, oh my gosh, Ebony, really? Like, oh my gosh, are you gonna start dressing like a grandma? Like, what? And it's just like, my husband likes me dressing and dresses in skirts, but I also felt it like from a modesty viewpoint, to where I was like, I don't really want everyone seeing like every single curve on my body and staring at me. And plus I used to live in a small town before that, so it wasn't like too much. So yes, girl, sometimes whenever I'm walking around, right, and then I'll leave a store and I'll be walking into my car, and then I'll take off my mask, and then a guy, he'll be like, I knew it was a pretty smile under that mask. I'm like, okay. Thank you. But yeah. Okay, dolls. Yeesh, how has it been 40 minutes? Yeah, I feel like definitely Gwen. That's how it was for me. I know, and funny thing is, even back in high school, I never wore jeans. Like the only pants that I would really ever wear were leggings because it was a lot more comfortable. Now they weren't like, or it was like really nice dress pants. So I really liked those with boots, and I had a cute style dolls, but I really liked those with boots because it was a lot more comfortable than jeans. And then I realized, I was like, skirts and dresses are way more comfortable than jeans and leggings. And leggings wear out after a time and it's not like the most formal of wear, but that's just how it was. If you guys can see some of my older Instagram pictures, you'll see more of my style that I'm talking about. But I had a lot of fun making that last fashion lookbook. Don't forget to watch it if you haven't already, because it was just like so much fun to do. And I partly vlogged on part of it. I want to put this brown eyeshadow on, dolls. I'll put this on because it's right here. But yeah, like it was so much fun to do. So I hope that you dolls watch it, enjoy it. Oh, it's so pretty. Especially because I worked hard on it. I always work hard on a lot of my videos. It takes me a while to edit. So I love it when you dolls leave comments and everything like that and like it and watch it. So I do appreciate that, dolls. But yeah, okay, this makes it a bit more brownie. My makeup for today. Go grocery shopping, dolls, before the panic gets in. I know a lot of people are like, oh, always go grocery shopping before Thanksgiving Eve. And actually on Thanksgiving, a lot of places are closed on Thanksgiving. So just so you know, double check what you have planned. Double check all of your recipes to make sure that you have all of your ingredients. So yeah. Let me see what you dolls are saying. Yeah, it's like men loves us in some jeans, girl. Yeah, it's like too much. And it's like, especially once you're married, it's like, who are you really trying to impress? Like your husband married you, you're there together. So it's like, you don't really want someone looking at you in that way. And I also feel it's like a modesty thing spiritually, and then also a self-esteem thing. Like, it's like, I don't have to show off my body in order to be confident. And that shouldn't be a source of confidence, right? Because a lot of people like to say that nowadays. It's like, oh, she's posting half naked, she has so much confidence, right? Oh, bikini pic, so much confidence. Oh, like this risque challenge, so much confidence. And it's like, why is that your source of confidence? Why is that liberating for us as women to show off our bodies that way? When really it's like, sure, you may feel it for a split second, but then it's like, who's really benefiting off of that? The male viewers. The male viewers who are looking at you are the ones who are truly benefiting from you being liberated and all confident and stuff like that. It's like, you have to have another way of feeling confident, like being very like risque and dressing sexy all of the time. Like, that shouldn't be your main source of confidence to me. So that's just how I feel about it. Yeah, it's like that's what it is. Very well said, Amani. Seeking praise and acceptance. That's what it is. And it's like, don't. It's kind of funny because it's like, oh, she's so confident, she's so beautiful because she posted like this sexy picture and like, oh my gosh, but it's like, no, like I feel like true confidence comes from within, and you shouldn't have to show off. Yeah, you know what I mean? Show off your body in order to be labeled as confident. Posting like a picture of you in a cute outfit, that shows confidence. For me, I like dressing up. It gives me confidence. I love the way that I feel whenever I do dress up, because it's like something that I created, an outfit that I created, and I look beautiful in it. I look pretty in it. Confidence can also just be you doing your hair, posting a selfie. It doesn't have to be you showing off your chest because you have a beautiful chest, or showing off your backside because you're perfectly curvy. And that's something that I had to learn, because it's like a lot of people, I felt like a lot of people praised me like outside of high school, because I was like showing off more of my body and everything like that. But it's like, the praise only gets you so far, to where it works against you, because then it's like, whenever you aren't showing off your chest, you aren't showing off your curves, you don't feel that valued, because you're like, okay, I have less eyes looking at me, I'm receiving less confidence. Okay, I've been posting all of these body pics on my Instagram, suddenly I post a selfie and I get less likes. It could combat you in that way, right? Because as people say, sex sells. So it's like, you'll most likely get more likes from people because you're showing off your body, and then you feel confident. But then whenever you post a selfie and you get less likes, you're like, oh, am I not that pretty? So it really does work against you, you know. It's like, oh well, I guess I'm not that valued because not a lot of men are stopping and looking at me and staring at me while I'm walking because I'm a bit more covered up, or I'm not the most beautiful, the fairest, the baddest of them all because my body isn't on full display. So that's something that I've grown into, and I'm happy that I did. And you know, whenever you're transitioning and trying to find a more modest way to dress, it can be kind of hard, right? Because you're like, okay, what do I consider modest? What don't I? Is it okay if this shows? Is it okay if this doesn't show? You know, and it's like you're still trying to figure it out and figure out what more, which more feminine silhouettes works on your body type to where it still does accentuate or make you feel pretty or complement your body shape, but you aren't really like um, hypersexualizing your own body. So that's something, dolls. I'm happy that we were able to sit down and chat. Shall we do tea time and chit chat this weekend? Either this weekend or next weekend. I feel like it's going to be next weekend because I want to put out a lot of videos. Usually I'll push back going lives just because I have to spend a lot of time editing. So it will most likely be next weekend. So yeah. Dolls, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for everyone who was able to join, for everyone who's watching it on replay. Thank you, dolls, so much. I always love chatting with you, dolls, and it's such a great way to start off my day, and I hope that you dolls enjoyed this too. Don't forget to like this video. Go and watch my past video, my fashion video. I really do hope that you dolls enjoy it. Yes, great. Thank you, Anique. Thank you for everyone who is joining me, who has joined me. Right. Thank you, Naomi. I forgot how to pronounce your name. Siffy. Sifwi. I have to see it again. I'm so sorry, doll. I will get it next time, I promise you. Gwen, Amani, Music Lover, Gia, Nakia, Annabelle. Thank you dolls so much. And I really hope that you dolls have a fabulous week. Remember, remain ladylike, even in the most difficult situations, because I know sometimes Thanksgiving could be an exciting event for some people, and then also a very scary one, or one to where they might get a bit anxious about. So remain ladylike, you know, not everything is so serious, and just continue maintaining your own femininity. Thank you, Nakia, and thank you, Maya Lee from the Bahamas. Mwah. Bye, dolls. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you dolls in my next video. Bye.